I chose the name Drichu because my parents are from Tibet. And, growing up, my mother always spoke about the Drichu River, which is one of the great rivers. So I said, okay, the symbolism of a flowing river, so pure and it makes people feel nice. I left Kathmandu in 1986. So I went to Boston. Just living there, it's so invigorating. All my friends were artists. I had good mentors. And I lived there till 2010. I didn't know what I wanted to do when I came back to Nepal to be with my mother. I didn't want to do this business because I had been doing it most of my life and I wanted to do something else, but it didn't work out. I came back to what I know is making clothes. But there was no good fabrics. So I had to start from scratch. And then I thought, I'm in Nepal. There's so many hand spinners and, people who weave. And I went to Lubu, where, it was full of hand weavers. And there was not one hand weaver. And I'm saying, what happened? Then I realized I had been away for so long. I couldn't find weavers and spinners. They had disappeared. Everything had changed. So once I found one, and then they said, yeah, they used to spin like this. Then it took me 3 years, but then I realized doing the hard way is what makes Drichu clothes special. We have about 44 people. Not all work in the workshop, but I think half, like the spinners, they do it at home. They had a skill and there's a market for it. People are very receptive to what I do. Our philosophy is to, it's handmade, but it shouldn't look homemade, We have to weave fabric that looks as good as machine-made quality. Because from thread to the creation of the fabric, good quality, you can see it now. Whereas if I had just bought what's available or from India or somewhere, it won't be special. It also kind of reflects the country too, Nepal. Simple but very deep and beautiful. If you look in the villages, like the coats they wear that are wool, it's so, beautiful, chic. And they have the line, that's one I always wanted to work. It's like high fashion, So I think this reflects more the clothes in the hills in a more kind of modern way. We don't throw away a lot of fabric. We use every scrap, and the scrap that we cannot use, it's recycled. I care a lot about the environment, so we want to use fabric that is sustainable. So for now, what I have is perfect. I don't want to get bigger, because when you get really big, then you kind of lose why you're doing it. When I opened, I was only thinking about local people and people who work here. A lot of Chinese, Japanese, Koreans buy, because I think they can relate to it because it does have the Asian influence also. I feel so blessed to be able to sell to other countries who come to visit Nepal, and it is made here and done by us. If you're stuck with limitations and you're not doing it, you have to create it. If you have everything, then you can't create. Like why I was going, it's because I was in that position, so it made me work harder and use. So when I started to weave, you have to buy so much thread. So then I give an example. I started using my brain, but I can't just sell 2 colors. So what I did was I got like 4 thread, and I, would mix all 4 and make 10 colors. So I think that's what I'm saying by limitation. And that's when you're in a tough spot. That's when you really start. If you can't get good fabric, make it.